Time now to talk politics. Our politics roundtable is assembled, and we got a big crew today. We got Elicia Dover, we got Frank Scott, we got Janelle Lilley. Thanks to all of you for being here.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And we're going to play. You've been in Las Vegas this past week, so we're going to
Yes.
play politics roulette. How about that? Which means everybody gets to ask a question of everybody else over the next 2 blocks
American
here.
politics.
All right.
That's right. That's right. So, red or blue instead of red and black on the roulette wheel. I'm going to let you ask the first question.
All right, I'll give the first one a spin. Paul Ryan endorsing Donald Trump this week. What do you think? Was it a genuine endorsement?
I think it was a genuine endorsement, though tempered and certainly not hearty. I think we've seen he didn't say that he was going to go out and campaign for him. He did not say really too much about it other than to say that they've had multiple conversations and he feels like he can work with Donald Trump as the presumptive nominee, and that it was very watered down. Yeah,
He was drug along.
yeah, but
That's your take on it?
That's my take. He was drug along. However, Paul Ryan, the speaker, he's a great leader. He understands the writing on the wall. He got as much as he wanted out of that particular deal. He got a chance to build a good relationship, and so it's going to be his style to make certain that the conservative agenda is at least heartfelt and felt throughout this process as best as possible.
It was lukewarm to me
was
because
lukewarm.
he had to do it because the momentum's moving in that direction. But really, I mean, Donald Trump gets the Paul Ryan endorsement out of it and gets to say that it's there. But Donald Trump got the nomination without Paul Ryan or the House Republicans' help. So, I mean, I don't see how he's beholden to them for any type of agenda or anything else beyond that.
in
So,
fact, he came out and said this week, I'm a Republican, not a conservative, a Republican. He has conservative stances. And so really kind of drawing the line in the sand that this isn't the conservative party, it's the Republican Party. And that's what I'm leading right now.
Paul Ryan also said, I'm going to continue to speak my mind when I
Yes.
disagree with Donald Trump, which
going to be speaking his mind
we've
a
seen
lot.
he's already done. Right.
Yeah, exactly. And that brings me to my question, which was, we've all heard Donald Trump's characterization of the judge that's presiding over the Trump University case against him. Well, today, yesterday, I guess, the day after the endorsement of Donald Trump, Paul Ryan came out and said that he disagreed with Donald Trump's. He actually couldn't fathom Donald Trump's reasoning and rationale behind saying that about the judge. And your response to that, and so quickly the tides turn 1 day later.
Yeah, and I mean, the characterization is that essentially because the judge is Hispanic, he cannot effectively preside over this because of what Donald Trump has said about the Hispanic community.
Yeah, I mean, I got to call it like I see it. I mean, it's just kind of plain and simple discrimination is what it is, and
You
it
gotta
appeals to the base that Donald Trump has secured in this primary process, but it is not going to appeal to the general electorate.
Yeah, I was talking about it recently, and if Donald Trump was a corporation and he decided not to hire this judge for the exact same reason, he'd be sued by the EEOC. There's no question there. There's no rational basis. There's no legitimate non-discriminatory reason for saying that. He said nothing other than his heritage is the reason behind it.
I'll just say this, Paul Ryan may have to be the conscience of the Republican Party because he's going to step out time and time again to call out these racist remarks.
And there may be others that'll have to step up as well. I think I may see that. All right, we've got to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, Frank Scott gets to ask a question. I get to ask a question. We're back with our Talk Politics Roundtable right after this. And welcome back to our Talk Politics Roundtable. We have Elicia Dover, Frank Scott, Janelle Lilley. We're playing politics roulette here, so everybody gets to ask a question. And Frank Scott, it's your turn to ask a question.
Well, the question I would like to know from everyone, what does Hillary Clinton need to do to garner the white male vote?
That's a hard one.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, I will say this: I don't think she needs I don't think she needs a majority of the white male vote to win. I think she can win with women. I think she can win with minorities. I think she can win with a lot of the different minority populations that are out there. So I would say she's going to have a tough time appealing to a majority of the white male vote, but I don't think she needs them to win.
I don't know that there's anything she can do. I think there's a lot her opponents can mess up in order to shift that vote in her favor, as long as she, kind of stays the course. And I don't know that it's any action she can or can not take to garner that vote. I think the strategy is gathering the other votes and just hoping that the white male vote will swing over to her side at some point. I agree with Roby though. No majority.
Hey, you know, I know speaking on behalf of the white male in my life, he's very patriotic. And I think as long as Hillary Clinton continues to speak about veterans and veterans issues and foreign policy, that's something that plenty of people can certainly attach to.
Yeah, you still got to look at the particular states that are going to be in play in terms of swing states and look at the composite of those states. That really, to me, plays much more to the demographic. For instance, Florida, you know, the white male vote's not going to have as much strength. There's diluted strength in the voting there. Did you want to comment on that?
Well,
since you asked it?
I think it's already been characterized that Hillary Clinton is going to play strong with minorities and women. She clearly does have white males that are supporting her, but there is a large seismic shift that's been going towards Donald Trump and the white male as we see different polls. And at the end of the day, if she happens to win, she still needs to make certain that she can garner the white male vote, or at least be able to work with white males going forward.
Yeah. All right, so the 2-minute warning's been issued. My question, the last question here for you. We saw Hillary Clinton give a scathing speech, supposedly on foreign policy, which there was plenty in there, but it was really an anti-Donald Trump speech is what it was. What did you make of the Hillary Clinton speech that really, I think, got under Donald Trump's skin?
Well, I mean, that's exactly what it was. It was to get under Donald Trump's skin. And she even talked about his thin skin and how he doesn't even deserve access to the nuclear codes. I mean, that was some interesting talk from her for sure.
Yeah.
Yes, painting the picture, the fear of some people about that his finger on the button, and you know the characterization as far as that goes. I really do believe that was the intention, was to get under. I mean, she knows the people who really love him aren't going to be swung over to her side anyways, but the people who are on the fence and not sure, maybe.
Was it effective?
I think it was very effective, and I think we're going to see this is going to be a distinct strategy that she's going to use against Donald. And the reason being because he may go off the radar with how he goes with things, but I think she's going to be very deliberate to show how ineffective he can be for our country.
Yeah, no, there were some zingers in there too. I think somebody compiled like the top 25, you know, kind of comments from there, and I was like, that one might even be conservative in terms of doing that. All right, Elicia Dover, Frank Scott, Janelle, Lilley, thank you all as always. Appreciate you. We got the top-notch panel here. It's always good to be with y'all. That is all for this week's edition of Talk Business and Politics. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you next time. Have a busy and a productive week. Take care.